Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the case. Carl Russell from Liverpool was no angel. In fact, it was not a stretch to say that he was a known figure in Liverpool, as someone from a young age who had access to Class A and Class B gear, pistols and also women. And because of his hardened reputation, there were multiple attempts on his life. Sadly, years later, they would ultimately succeed. In 2010, when Carl Russell was only 18 years old, on New Year's Day, 2 men, their faces concealed by masks, had kicked down Carl's front door on Cornwood Close in Liverpool. As soon as the men had entered the house, they ran up the flight of stairs and then barged into Carl's room, a room where he would often play computers and, of course, stash his things. At close range, one or both of the masked men raised their arms, hands gripping the mag handle, and then pressed the trigger. Carl was struck from close range, ammo entering the body 3 times and also the head once. Emergency services were called to the scene, where he was given critical emergency care. He was then rushed to hospital, where Carl underwent surgery and was then put into intensive care. In this incident, Carl was only 18 years old and he had lost 14 litres of blood. Now, Carl had suffered life-changing injuries to his leg. In the same incident, Carl's dog was also struck. Ironically, Carl would be handcuffed and detained and then charged due to the fact that police found a pistol in the cupboard of his home in the process of investigating this crime. There were 5 live rounds in the chamber and also more ammo found nearby inside the house. When police searched Carl's home, they also found a high-vis jacket and also a face visor that had ammo residue, suggesting that Carl had used this pistol before. Now, when the pistol was analysed, it was then uncovered the pistol had been used in 3 separate documented instances in the last 6 weeks. On November 29th of 2009, it was used to fire at a woman in the Belle Vale area. They had children in the house at the time of the incident. 2 weeks later, it was used in the drive-by, and then on December 14th, 2009, it was used to fire at a car, again in the local area, Belle Vale of Liverpool. Now, when Carl could finally speak, he was interviewed and quizzed about the pistol. Carl says he was forced to hold the Glock for 2 hours before he was shot. And in a later interview, he actually told the police the person who had shot him. However, the person had also been shot in a different incident, and of course, that proved fatal. For this incident, Carl would be sentenced to 5 years and 4 months. Now, fast forward to Sunday, October 7th of 2018. Carl Russell is now 27 years old, and he was on day release, so he wanted to spend his time with his girlfriend. He was sitting in the driver's seat of a Citroen Berlingo outside his home on Cornwood Close, again Liverpool. A person wearing a balaclava and a high-vis jacket was cycling on his bicycle. They had passed a group of children playing football in the street. They pulled out a pistol, extending their arm before aiming at the obvious target, Carl Russell. He was oblivious to the fact. The unknown man then pressed the trigger, and Carl was struck in the head and the body multiple times. Screaming residents ran over to Carl Russell, and he managed to get out of the car and stagger a few feet. As for the stranger, they casually cycled away. Now, police and ambulance services were again called to the scene at 11:30 a.m. This was broad daylight in front of houses, residents, children, and also CCTV. Sadly, Carl Russell was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, right now, there's a £20,000 reward to find the person responsible for the M of Carl Russell, and so far, no one has been held responsible for the M. Condolences. Stay safe.